that is our achievement, and we want to get there. We talk about it nonstop when we're sailing, when we're at breakfast in the morning, when we're working out with Dante. Just can't get our minds away from getting the gold medal. Well, at least for me, I think it started when I started sailing with Harry, was the E-Scout Blue Chip in, what year was it? I think 2014. Harry asked me to sail with his dad in the E-Scout Blue Chip, and first day, well, I had to skip school for first day, and I think that was one of the first regattas I ever skipped school for. And I was pretty excited about that. And we were in 8th grade at the time, and we went out there the first day, and we ended up winning every race that day, which we were pretty happy about. And it was really windy the entire regatta, and I think that's the fastest I've ever gone in the E-Scout, I think, till today. And then the second day, we ended up winning all the races again, and it was also very windy. And the third day, we won all the races, so we ended up winning every race of the regatta and getting first.
This is the Blue Chip Regatta here in Pewaukee, Wisconsin.
This is it. This is our 49th year. We've been doing this for a long time. We're honored this year to have Jimmy Spithill, who I think we're all in for a treat.
I would expect that the mystery guests will be surprised about the caliber of a bunch of sailors on these, flat bottom boats. No doubt about it.
Very tough competition, and we're really proud to be here with the best of the best this weekend.
Yeah, there seems to be it's like other classes I've seen where there's a gold fleet and a silver fleet. And in the gold fleet is the Melges, and then the rest of us in the silver fleet, they are putting on a display.
Yeah, a lot of fun. It was amazing racing. Great wind, a little out of control sometimes, but it's really fun.
Well, I remember going downwind and we got up to 22 knots, which is really fun. We were flying. It was awesome.
What's the power walk?
A little more hand.
I was just sort of like, you know, just yelling out, just having the time of my life. I'm like, how good's this? You know, to be launching around this lake. No, I'm used to sort of sailing on the coast and the salt water, and you forget about how much sailing happens, you know, like inland America on these Great Lakes, and how good of sailors they are.
Looked like it was actually it was like a graveyard down there. There was about 5 boats that were tipped over. Did you guys catch that when you went by at about 20 knots?
Yeah. We had to watch out for them.
Yeah, a little on, focusing on stuff.
Teamwork. Don't do anything stupid. Don't roll her over.
Sail fast.
So fast.
Jimmy, do you have any idea of what your peers in our sport will think of you and your courage if you don't ever compete in the blue chip? If you think coming back from 8 to 1 down in the AC was a supreme challenge, winning the blue chip as a mystery guest makes that look like a kindergarten playpen event.
You know, it was interesting. I was talking to the guys on my boat, and I was saying, geez, that young Harry's got some talent. You know, that guy can sail. And they said, oh, no, that's nothing. You should see him ski. He's a way better skier. So I guess the message I'll say is, Harry, please stick to skiing, mate. I'll tell you what, mate, I'm going to be out of a job. I'm not that great a skier. And I now get why there's so many damn good sailors from lakes after this, after being beaten up out there.
like to give a shout out to my principal for letting me miss Friday. And to Jimmy, if you ever need a co-skipper on the catamarans, I'm here.
We did pretty well in the regatta. We won the regatta with all race wins, and we were really happy about how we sailed. That kind of really pumped us up for the future.
After the regatta, Harry kind of talked to me about whether we wanted to keep sailing together, and I loved sailing with him. I said, yeah, for sure. He asked if I wanted to sail with 29er with him. And so we started going out in Lake Geneva in the early spring the next year. I think our first regatta that we were trying to do is the Orange Bowl the next winter. So all summer we trained in the 29er. We also were sailing E-Scows and X-Boats and Octies or whatever we were sailing at the time.
I saw what Peter Broling and Blair Tuke were doing in the 49ers. Really incredible, really inspired me. The pathway to the 49er was the 29er, so Finn and I both jumped, or we decided to jump in and try it. We practiced for about a year, and so we did our first regatta. Did well, and got invited to the Olympic development team by Leandro Spina, who was the head of the youth Olympic development. So yeah, ever since then we've just been training really hard, done a lot of regattas, did the World Championship in 2017, did pretty well there, and now we're in the 49er, competing to be the top US boat going into the 2020 Olympics.
My life right now is pretty crazy and pretty full.
Normal weekday in the summer, usually I wake up at 6:15 in the morning, and we both meet up at a personal trainer that we go to. His name's Dante, at 7 a.m. We do that until 8 a.m. We meet at the yacht club at 9:30 to train until noon. We eat lunch for about an hour. I usually try to get through some emails and stuff like that during that time. After that, we work at the yacht club coaching X-Boat race class, which has been a lot of huge help for us. I've learned a lot from the kids, and I think it's great to get a different perspective. Then after X-Boat race class, which ends at 4 p.m., we race any type of boat in the evening. On Tuesdays we do A-Scows, Wednesdays it's E-Scows, Fridays it's Melges-24s, and we really like to do a lot of sailing, but not just in the 49er. We like to mix it up a lot, which I think is really helpful. During the school year, it was basically just go to school all day and sail after school. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we'd work out from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. and then go right to bed.
We were going to Miami a lot. Harry and I were probably Frontier's best customers because we were flying back every Sunday night. They're an 8:45 flight back to Milwaukee, and we'd get in pretty late and then go to school in the morning. And that was basically our routine in the winter and summer.
We'd fly home pretty late at night, so it was kind of hard to get homework done and all sorts of stuff. Learned a lot about organization, as you have to. There's so much stuff going on during the day, just keep all your stuff organized. And we think we're pretty dialed in right now with organization, but yeah.
And I know Harry has been also doing a lot of other sports, especially skiing. And I know he won state this year in skiing, which is pretty awesome.
We think it's pretty important to have some extra hobbies to do when we're on the road, because when we're at the venues for like a month at a time, it's good to be able to switch it up. I like to jump on my road bike a few times. Finn and I kind of picked up spearfishing a little bit, especially when we're on the ocean by the sea. I know Finn's a super good golfer, so he loves golfing. I do quite a bit of skiing and ski racing, which has been really fun.
Well, I think the biggest thing right now that sets us apart from the other 49er sailor that we're racing against is that Harry and I are so much younger than them. Most of those guys are in college or like out of college, and Harry and I are still in high school, so we have to be at our high school, and I mean, we can't take that many online classes like you can in college. So time management is very important for us right now.
Because we had this goal at such a young age, we've set ourselves up so we can graduate high school early, which is really going to help us to train for the 6 months before the games or before our qualifiers for the games. So yeah, we've had to take on a heavier class load, done a lot more work in order to graduate early, which has been a little bit of a challenge, but we've made it work. My number one goal is to win a gold medal in the Olympics, and my life completely revolves around this goal.
Harry and I also wanted to touch on the note that some of our biggest competition is government funded, so their government gives them a lot of money and they pay for housing and food and their boats and their sails, and the U.S. Sailing does not have that. So it's very hard for people, people have to fundraise to get the money to pay for all these things. And Harry and I are very grateful for all your support so far. It's really helped us to get where we have gotten today.